Hi friends, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be discussing the track layout plans for this N-Scale setup that I have here. Um, Real quick, let's talk about a little bit about the materials that I used. I used Atlas Track and Flex Track for the most part. All of the switches though are from Model Power. They seemed to match when I put the pieces together. It's the same code, so there shouldn't be any issues, and I haven't really had a whole lot of issues with it. And I don't know why my 5785 all of a sudden just stopped. Hmm, interesting. But anyways, let's talk about the tracks. So I found some track plans on the internet, and I believe the website is called Mike's Small Track Plans. If you Google that, it'll give you. There he goes. Don't know what happened there, but if you uh, if you Google that, Mike's Small Track Plans, you'll get a link to his uh, website. And within that website, and I'll go with it through the computer here, show you real quick. Within that website, you can navigate to where it has these door layout plans. So it's like 70 inches by 30 inches or something like that. And that's where I got this one. So this one was originally supposed to have um, like a tunnel and some hills. And originally it was supposed to loop. It was a main track that was supposed to loop 4 times around before it went back to the outer part of the track. I kind of like that, but then I'm like, no, I want to be able to run a train on the outside of all that independently. So that's what I ended up doing, and I had to modify this corner to get that outer to come within the loop because this would have had a mountain or something over here, and then the bridges were going to be there. It called for like different bridges, but I decided to go with this style bridge versus the girder bridge. Um, and it just looks. I think it looks a little bit nicer. Um, but eventually, I want it to look more like a city type thing, more of a yard type deal. So I just kind of like, well, okay, I'm gonna have to somehow figure out a way to make it look urban and not rural. So let me show you guys a top view of this thing here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just kind of move this like this so I can show you guys what I'm talking about. So if you look over here to this corner, this radius here is really tight on the inner one, and you have the outer one with the incline. It comes up to the high point right past that bridge is a full 3-inch rise, comes around there. I had to modify this and put a bridge here so I can get that track, the main track from underneath to go through there, because I had no room back here to do it. I couldn't go out here in the back. So that one comes out here and it runs where you see this train running right now, and it goes around. But the good thing is you can, at this point from the inner track, come in and go through here, and you can go back into the incline, or you could just stay on the outside, and vice versa. The guy on the outside can come in, go on the inner track, and then go back out through here. So that's where this point, in and out point, is for the main track on the outside, and then the inner track. Um, I do have some switches here. I got that switch there going to a small little um, warehouse there. I have a big project here at the turntable because I've got to get this turntable connected to a switch that I'll have here. So there's a lot going on here in the yard. And then this will be maybe some more buildings and kind of tight. Some people say, you got too much track and, that's just too much. And, well, everybody's got their own idea on how to set up or what they want it set up on their layout. So I figured, well, I'm just going to do it my way. But I've had a lot of fun doing this, and it looks like that corner over there is kind of dirty, or the switch isn't touching all the way. So we'll have to check that out. But other than that, the one thing about N scale, man, it is really delicate. You talking, you're 1 millimeter off. That's a foot in real life. So that's the drawback of N scale. Yes, you can put a lot of track in a small amount of space, but you're going to have to deal with tolerances, and there's not a whole lot of room for error because these guys will derail in a heartbeat. They won't even think twice about it. So that's what we got to deal with here. Let me just make sure this thing here is on the money. Show me the money. Super tight. Super tight. Let's see. He's already having a conniption back there, but looks like we did okay. Because every time it glitches, remember that sound card has to kick back on again, so it starts the startup sequence again. But I'm loving it. I mean, it looks really neat. It has a lot of detail considering the size. There's a lot of good detail on these box cars, and most of these box cars that I have are from Micro Trains. The locomotives, I like the Kato locomotives. They're just really reliable. They'll run all day. You take care of them, they will run forever almost. Um, so and they pull. They got a good pull capacity on it, and it just looks really cool. I can't wait to landscape the rest of it. But anyways, let's go to go here to the computer, and I'll show you. I'll show you the track plan. So when you go to Mike's small track plans, you're going to see this. It'll give you this page right here. Let me straighten that out. Okay. So you go to the track plans that he's got, and then you go to a tab, track plans, and then it says the track plans. And right here where it says the track plans, you just hit the door layouts. Of course, he has a 2x4 layout, smaller layouts, door layouts, other people's plans, and then an HO scale, tiny plans. If you have an HO and you want to do something that's small. So you hit the door plans. And here are the different door plans, about 70 inches by 30 inches. And there's some really cool ones. Some of them have a lot of switches in them. So, of course, you get switches, and that's going to drive the price up because they're not cheap anymore. Unless you go on eBay and find some used ones that are in good condition, or get lucky to find old stock that has not been opened, and then you use those. But here are the track plans, and I went with this one here. Track plan 78 by 30,014. That's the name of the plan. So as you can see here, this is where I got this mouse going here. That's the inner one. And then it has yeah, here's the inner track. You can see this yellow part is supposed to have like a hill or something, and then this was supposed to be a hill or a tunnel, and then this was supposed to be a hill, and then the hill came off of a bridge set here, another hill here, it goes back into a tunnel. Well, I added an outer one, an outer track to go through here, and then that's how I ended up modifying mine. I added a couple of other spurs, and then was I had enough room because I think mine 33 inches wide and 78 inches long. I was able to get that other outer track out there. But yeah, and just take your time looking. If you want to start something, some of them are kind of like basic, and some of them they're complicated. This is kind of like a basic one. Here's one on the inside, just figure eight. Here's another one in the center, not too much going on there, and then an outer one. So that's three separate ones there in that one. Here's a lot of yard, a lot of spurs on the side, and then two main tracks, inner and outer. This one's got a lot of figure eight loops in it. Here's another one with a lot of hills and mountains and all that. So just depends on what you want to do. You go ahead and choose what you want. This one's got a lot of switches in the yard here. See, on the outside, the switch in, and you come into the line and you bring it around, and you know, it's a lot of cool stuff out there. If you got the room for it, man, go for it. And if you don't, you're gonna have to kind of figure out what you really want to do. And yeah, see all these here. These are HOs now. We're running into some HO configurations. But when you click on the plan and you download it, it gives you all of the part numbers that you're going to need for that particular track plan. So that's kind of nice. They tell you how many, how long the straights are and the curves, the diameter of the curves. So yeah, if you get a chance, go ahead and check that out. Mike's Small Train Plans. And I just thought I'd give you a heads up on that because I've been asked about the diameters of these curves, and I didn't know, for one, and I had the track plan stashed somewhere, and I can't find them, but I was able to see the plans from I saved the website on my computer, and I found it. I'm like, whoa, here it is. So I apologize if I have not answered that. I have now, and I'll post it. And now that I've seen where to go, I will add an answer to those questions. And then you guys can go from there and maybe do your own mod on what you want to do. Maybe you want to modify the 4 loops and make it into a 2 loop for each one. You could do that too. In any case, it does tell you the inner diameter of each curve, and that will definitely get you going, which would make it a lot easier to put together. Anyways, I also want to thank the guys from Monster Diecast and Collectibles. Gave me this shirt a while back, and I was showing it on another video, but now I'm wearing it. So thanks again, guys, from Monster Diecast and Collectibles for sending me this shirt. Appreciate it. Guys, check out their website. It's on eBay. They have a store there. And if you're into diecast models, they got some really neat stuff. And if you're into trains also, then they have a section with model train items and accessories. So that's it for right now. Thanks for hanging in there with me. And I'm going to talk to you guys on the next video. Have a good one.